Hi everybody, welcome to Dandelion Cottage and Paper Crafting Thursday. I'm Leslie Watkins. I hope everybody's well today. How are you? I have a bundle here that I'm going to be playing with. So this is the textured floral bundle. And you see it features these beautiful flowers, and continuing with the peony theme, it has this beautiful peony on here. And what I particularly like about this set are all of these dies. So with these dies, you can cut out the various flower shapes that you see here on the stamp set, but look at these beautiful, intricate foliage dies. So I thought I would demonstrate those today. And for this card, you're going to need a cut and emboss machine. So this is the cut and emboss machine. It's a really useful tool. It doesn't require electricity, and what it does is it allows you to cut out shapes with all the many different die sets that you can get, and it also helps you to emboss a piece of paper. And what that means is that it'll give it a texture, and that texture can be a pattern or a specific design. But today I'm just going to show cutting, and first thing I want to do is I'm going to get my trimmer out, and I'm just going to trim this cardstock into quarters to make it a little bit easier to handle, and so that it will fit into the machine nicely. There we go. This color, by the way, is Lost Lagoon, and it's a brand new color. It's actually a returning color, and I'm kind of in love with it right now, so I'm going to be featuring this color in today's card. So all you have to do, put your cardstock on the bed and then select some dies. And I'm just going to go ahead and use all of these different shaped foliage dies. So I'm just peeling them off the back of the card, and I'm going to see if I can arrange them to use up as much space as possible. And you can see these dies are extremely detailed. So let's see if I can fit. Let me grab one of these other shapes too and see if I can squeeze that in there. There we go. Put your top plate on, excuse me, and just run it through. And then you get these wonderful shapes to add to your paper crafting projects. And this particular set, and again, this is called Textured Floral, has these really nice little tiny leaves. So I'm just being very careful because it's so delicate. I don't want to bend any of these stems. Just easing it out. There we go. All right, and then you can just take your piercing tool and just get this gorgeous kind of a filigree effect. Now, I think I have just enough room on here for one more. So since I've got everything out and I don't I don't want to waste anything, I'm going to see if I can get another set of leaves here. And that looks like it's going to fit just fine. So there we go. It's just that simple. Now these machines are one of the pricier items that you would add to your collection. So if you are new to paper crafting, I would suggest that you get one with your starter kit, because that way you're going to get a wonderful discount on it and you're not going to pay for shipping. And right now there's a spectacular deal on signing up, getting your starter kit. You also get 20 to 25% discount off of future purchases, and instead of the regular $125 worth of product for $99, you can get $155 worth of product for only $99 plus the free shipping. So you could get the cut and emboss machine as well as the stamp sets, which would be a great way to begin your collection. And if you need any help at all, I'd be happy to help you. I will be posting a link below the video today with all the information. When you join, you also become a member of the Dandelion Cottage design team, and you get the watercolor card club, you get free classes, there are Zoom meetings, there's a Facebook page, there's a lot of things that I can't even talk about right now. So just check it out on my website at dandelioncottagedesign.com. Go to the join page and there you'll find all the information and a lot more. All right, so what I have here is I've got a card base. I've got a mat that measures 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I've got a deckled rectangle that I cut out using the deckled rectangle dies, and my matching very vanilla envelope. Now ahead of time I've also cut out and stamped all of these different shapes. So there are leaves in the Lost Lagoon. I've got flowers that are stamped using these are all the in colors. So I'm using the wild wheat. I've got some moody mauve, and I've got boho blue. So you can see that these colors all go together just beautifully. And then there's some little accents with the copper clay and the pebbled path. But you just play around with them. I did some stamping off. So I've got different values. I've got lights and darks. And I think they all look so pretty together. I'm just checking my settings. I want to make sure that I'm live. And I am, and I see Linda. Well, good afternoon, Linda. Nice to see you here today. So I'm going to get my trimmer back out again because I want to score my card base. So here is my 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch note card. And what I want to do is I just want to put a score line in the middle here. So I'm going to score it at 2 1/4. And now what I can do is I can fold this just like so. So you end up with a shape that looks like this. All right, and what this is going to do is it's going to provide me with an easel that I can prop up so it can sit on top of a flat surface, like so. Okay. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add my Lost Lagoon rectangle, and to do that I'm just going to add some glue on the bottom portion of the folded part of my card, like that. I'm just going to add my rectangle, and I just want to make sure that all of those sides line up nicely. Give the glue a moment to set up. And I'm going to go ahead and give that a little bit of a burnish, make sure it's nice and evenly distributed. There we go. So my card now looks like this, and it can be opened like so. So I've got a nice big surface to work on here. My deckled rectangle is going to go in the center here like that, but before I put that on, I want to stamp it. So I'm going to see what sort of sentiments come with this stamp set. And let's go with a birthday card. So here's my block. Just mounting up my message. And I'm going to go ahead and use the Lost Lagoon ink. Hey Vicki, good morning Sandra. Yeah, Vicki, these Wednesday and Thursday are the new summer hours. So 2 times a week now from June through the end of August, and then in September I'll probably go back to a different schedule. But for now, just remember Wednesday and Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So Wednesday is Watercolor Wednesday, and Thursday is Paper Crafting Thursday. Okay, so there's my sentiment, and that looks really cute. There it is. And it's going to go something like this. And now I'm just going to play around with some of these shapes, keeping it very simple. Okay, so I've got a lot more that I've stamped and cut out than I'll need for this card, but I like having a lot of these things left over so that they're ready to go. So I think something like this, and maybe, let's see, a blue flower, and so something like that. So I'm going to start with my leaves in the background. And for this, I'm just going to glue them onto my deckled rectangle using my liquid glue. And I want to be careful that I don't go over the outer edge, so the card will still fit in an envelope. So that looks pretty good there. And so I'll grab this one. Tuck that under. And this one's pretty. Now I'm going to raise this up a little bit with dimensionals, so I have a little bit of height here. These are the little ones. I need the big ones. Give that a little bit of a curl. There we go. And I want some of this beautiful foliage. Now for this one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my silicone craft sheet, and I'll bring you down a little bit so you can see better what I'm doing. So I'm just going to very lightly dot these leaves with the glue. I'm going to leave this little bit unglued so that it raises up a tiny bit. And then what I can do is stuck. There we go. Just want to tuck that under my rose. Probably would have been easier if I put this one on first, but we'll get it in there. So just slip it under. There we go. And then I also have this kind of a spray, and I'd like to have some of that wild wheat color on here. So I'm going to tuck that under. Okay, so that's what we've got so far. And then I think a couple of these little flowers. So let's see. I think a little blue one would be nice. Tuck that one under. All right, let's see how this is looking so far. I think that's really pretty. All right, well, I think that's enough for this particular card, so I'm going to go ahead and glue that down. And there you have the textured floral featuring all of the new in colors, and I think that's beautiful. Now, if you like, of course, you could always add a little bit of Wink of Stella or some gems or something to make it sparkle a little bit more. what I want to do is I want to put a little stopper on the inside. So I'm going to get my double oval punch. So here it is. And I'm going to go ahead and cut out a scalloped shape of the Lost Lagoon. And then, let's see. Let's go back to those sentiments again and see what's in there. They don't really go with my birthday greeting particularly, but what I will do is I will stamp a little flower. So, let's see which one. I'm going to get my little block out, and I think I need a bigger block. I'm going to use the Lost Lagoon this time because this is on the inside of the card. There's my flower. I think I'll stamp off and add a little bit more background. Okay, and then what you can do is with this stamp set there are some separate stamens which I think are very attractive. So for those I'm going to go ahead and get out my pebbled path. And I think we'll go with this this kind of long stemmed one. And I'm just making a little design just to dress it up a little bit. So there we go. Maybe a little echo over here. All right, so now what I can do is I can take my little pattern, I can slip that into my punch and get it to where I like it. So I want to get a little bit of each tone of flower there plus the stamens, so that looks good. A drop of glue on the back. Oh, I'm off. Sorry. Hold on, hold on. Sorry, y'all. Okay. Add a little bit of glue. That on there like so. And again, I am going to get my dimensionals out. And this is going to act as a stopper, so I want it to be strong, which is why I doubled up the cardstock layers, and I also want it to be very secure, so I'm going to put plenty of dimensionals on. Peel off those backings. Add my stopper, and I want to get this right in the center. I get my fingers out of the way so I can see what I'm doing here. Okay. And now your card will prop up so that somebody can put it on their desk or their shelf or their mantle or whatever. So that's my very pretty card to share with you today, featuring the textured floral stamps and dies, and also the Cut and Emboss die cutting machine so that you can make all of these different wonderful shapes to add to your projects. And I think you could see that this would make a very pretty box as well if you wanted to make a little gift box using all of these different flowers. So thank you so much for watching today. I hope you have a great rest of your week. I hope you have a lovely weekend. And I'll be back next Wednesday at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time with Watercolor Wednesday. All of the information about the products that I used today will be in a link below this video in the descriptions. Stay happy, stay creative, stay well, and I will see you next time.